Hello, you guys. You're welcome back to my channel. It's been 10 whole freaking months. I mean, like 10 months. Jeez. And one thing I promised myself is that I was going to be very active on this channel. I told myself that I was going to post like frequently in the beginning of this year, but I don't know. For some obvious reasons, I just stopped posting. I didn't want to edit or get involved in making new videos and posting them on the media. Jeez, it's been 10 months since my last video and I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling bad for myself and also my channel. But anyways, I think I'm going to try as much as possible to post and try as much as possible to be active on here because I really feel that I need to post more frequently because I've gotten a lot of calls, a lot of DMs asking me about my school. I mean, I've had these people come into my socials asking me about my school, what they need to know and everything. And I think I will try as much as possible to be able to make a video, subsequent videos on all of these questions that were being asked. But in today's video, I'm just going to be talking about how I was able to gain admission to study medicine in Federal University local Jamb. I wanted to do this video for the longest, but I don't know. I just did not have the time to make this video. So, but now I'm making this video. So let's dive into the video now. So where do I start? I think it all started from secondary school. Yes, so in secondary school, right, my sister and I attended the same secondary school. So she had always said that she wanted to be a banker, a banker. And you know, this thing with children, they would always want to emulate somebody older than them. So I think I was being influenced by my sister, and I said, okay, yes, I want to also be a banker. I want to work in the bank. I mean, my sister had been chanting about being a banker, so me too, I want to also be a banker. So in GSS, I was doing pretty well, like very well in school. But I noticed something. I did not actually gravitate towards the arts courses, except for some few arts courses, especially business studies and I think CCA, that is cultural and creative arts. I didn't actually like those subjects. But when it comes to the sciences, I love basic science like very much. But I never I never really liked basic technology. So, but basic science, I was doing extremely well in basic science. So it just like shifted my focus from being a banker to being I wanted to be a pharmacologist, yes, but that is a story for another day. I'm going to chip in some of those things like in this video. So after my GSS, we were to pick whether being in science class or in arts class, and then because I love the sciences, I love basic science, I said okay, I was going to be in science class. So I joined the science class, and to be honest, first term was not easy, but I was able to scale through, and I started to like science. I liked it. I started to like science class, and it was becoming interesting for me because most of my teachers, like, they were very good, and they encouraged us like a lot. So that was it. So it so happened that I wanted to be a pharmacologist. Yes, because I think when we did career prospects in chemistry, I think that was the first exposure we had to chemistry. When we did career prospects, we were talking about some different careers in chemistry, and I think one of those things that I picked interest in was pharmacology. So I wanted to know about drugs, how drug works and everything. So I'd always chanted I wanted to become a pharmacologist. But after I was done with secondary school, I was left with the option of either applying for medicine or going for pharmacology. So I decided to make my own research. I went online, I googled about pharmacology, the work prospects of pharmacology, the job opportunities for pharmacology, and I didn't see any in Nigeria, and I was like, no. this is not what I want to do. So I shifted my focus to medicine, and I said, okay, I'm going to apply for medicine. So I wrote my WAEC by the grace of God, and I was able to pass. I passed all my relevant subjects, and then it was time for Jamb. So I think one of those mistakes I made was not writing my Jamb together with my WAEC. So I wrote WAEC first before writing my Jamb. So I had to wait till the next year before writing my Jamb. So I registered for my Jamb and I put in for medicine. The school I started preparing for the exam and everything. I used some of the textbooks that I could lay my hands on, and I prepared for the exam. So when it was now time for the exam, I wrote the exam. I think the subject that gave me headache was English and physics, but the others were okay. Biology, chemistry was okay. And then after writing the exam, I came outside. I was at a point, I think it took up to like 2 days before they started releasing the results. So when they released the results, I didn't see mine immediately. So I was like, I started to panic. I was like, what is happening? So some people told me to calm down. Some said, oh, are you sure you submitted the exam after you were done? I said, yes, I submitted. So I had to wait. I think it took up to like 1 week, 2 weeks before I was able to see my score. And behold, when I saw the score, it was 276. Wow, 276. And I was targeting 300. So I was like, geez, 276. Which school is going to give me medicine with 276? And I had applied for Unilag, and you know how competitive Unilag is. I was like, who's going to give me admission of 276? So I just had a change of mind, and I said, okay, I'll go and change my school to another school. So I started to search online. So I was able to come across some different schools. Most of them were all these northern schools. So I applied for BUK. So I immediately went to change my institution to Bayero University. And upon changing my university to Bayero University, Kano, the Positemi form was like, I think it was 2 weeks to the closure of registration for Positemi. So I immediately changed. I effected the change, and then I registered. I think the next week, that was when I registered for the Positemi. So now came COVID. It was 2019 going to 2021. 2020, sorry. So there was COVID. We were unable to write Positemi during that whole year. So we didn't write Positemi up until 2021, early 2021. So when it was now time for the exam, I traveled to Kano. I wrote the exam and everything. I came home. Sorry. I wrote the exam. I came home, and I think it took up to like 3 days, or it took 3 days or 4 days before the results came outside. And when I saw my score, it was 288, and that brought my total aggregate to 282. How did I feel about the result? I think I was, should I say I was kind of like happy and not so happy. I wanted to score high, but I didn't score as high as I wanted to score. But I was still very much like hopeful that okay, maybe 282 rather would give me admission to study medicine. But unfortunately, when they started releasing admission, I did not see my name. Yes, I did not see my name. I searched on the list that they pasted. I didn't see my name. I think they were releasing admission in batches. So the first batch came outside. I searched my name. I did not see admission. Second batch came outside. I searched my name. I did not see my name. I was becoming so tense. And others that got way lesser score than I did, they were seeing admission. and I was not seeing admission. I was like so frustrated and so tired. So at that point, I started to give up. I was like, okay, even if it's possible for them to give me another course, I would take it. Because at that point, I was so tired. I just wanted to leave home. I wanted to go home. I just wanted to get admission and then go home, not minding the course that I would get. So I was just like, oh, they should just give me any course, even if it's not medicine. Let me just go. So that was it though. After searching my name, waiting for admission, I refreshed my Jamb caps like multiple times. I did not see admission and I just gave up. I freaking gave up. I was even waiting for alternative admission, like a different course. I did not see any of that, and I already gave up. And at that point, I was working, so and it was also close to Jamb, another Jamb for 2021. I just had to summon courage, pick myself up, and said, okay, I'm going to register for another Jamb. So I registered for another Jamb, and I didn't get to read as much as I did in my first Jamb. So because I was working, like I said, so I didn't have the luxury of time to actually read. It was only when I come back from work, that is when I get a chance to read my textbook. So when the time for Jamb came, I wrote the exam, and